AI is quietly killing your agency. I'm going to say the quiet part out loud because I've already watched it happen. Margins are being eroded, staff are losing the muscle to think, trust with clients is dwindling away, and every single agency owner I work with, myself included, is running towards AI like it's a second coming. I built and sold a 2.2 million creative agency in Belfast, exited in 2022, and for the past 8 months, I've lived and breathed AI. I use it daily across every function of my business, and today I work with over 20 agency owners worldwide to build value in their respective businesses with the utilization of AI. So, let me caveat the next 10 minutes with this. I genuinely believe that we're in the most profitable time in agency history. This is the gold rush. And I've heard it said publicly and privately a dozen times in the last 6 months. The speed at which we can deliver high quality work has never been faster, and it's accelerating every single day. That part is real. The opportunity, it's even more real. And I have seen one founder deliver more output than his development team of 6 people. But all of this comes with a huge risk that almost nobody is talking about. 5 risks actually, each one I've watched play out inside agencies I support within the last 6 months. And for every risk, there is also an opportunity. None of this is unfixable. The agencies that read the next 12 months correctly will use AI to raise their prices, deepen their client relationships, and accelerate their team. The agencies that read it wrong will quietly compress they'll compress to invisibility. And here are the top 5 things I'm watching kill agency economics right this second and what to do about each one. Here's the conversation that's happening in nearly every creative agency right this second. A client, they will get a proposal. They look at it and they ask just one question. Will you use AI for any of this work? And that's just a start. They may say something else, or worse, the agency owner brags that we built this website in 2 hours using AI. On the one hand, you just told the client your work is worth less. You handed them the discount conversation, you made effort the unit of value instead of outcome, and of course, I would argue that the speed of a project is more valuable, and as a result, the project is actually worth more. But once that cheap anchor is set, it's almost impossible to undo. The next proposal you send to that client is benchmarked against, you said AI made this faster. You've trained them to pay for your time, not thinking, and not bringing the value to that project. And I am watching agencies cut prices by 20, 30, 40% because they've allowed AI to be framed as a cost saving for the client. It is leverage for the agency, and that efficiency is ours to capitalize on now and until everyone else catches up. So here's how I would flip the script. Stop apologizing for AI. Stop justifying your prices in hours saved. Re-anchor every proposal on outcome, the deliverable, the commercial result, the strategic value. AI is your factory floor. The client doesn't pay you for what your factory floor costs, they pay you for what comes out of it. So if a campaign would have cost 40,000 of effort 18 months ago and now costs you £15,000 of effort because of AI, your price is still 40,000. The £25,000 difference is your reinvestment in the next thing that gives the client an edge. That's the deal. It's the exact same argument around your staff. If we reinvested into our team and a task that took a team member 20 hours now takes 10, who should be the beneficiary? Well, the answer that I would always argue is that it's us. And the second risk of AI is the junior extinction event. This one is going to kill the majority of agencies, but not right away. Because agencies doing this don't feel the pain for 2 years, maybe more. Then they will feel this pain forever. And the pattern that I'm seeing right this second, an agency owner looks at the work a junior used to do, the first draft of a brief, the deck mock-up, the research synthesis, hard to say, the email sequence, AI does it in 20 minutes. So the agency stops hiring juniors, or worse, they let the juniors have a go and the juniors jump into Claude or ChatGPT without any understanding of the task that they're doing. The model spits out an answer that looks and sounds about right, job done. So here's what the business has actually done in that instance. They've severed the talent pipeline that becomes their senior team in 3 years. They've cut off the people who would become the future heads of departments, the future leadership team, the future buyers of the founder's equity. Those muscles that would have been built through the doing never get fully developed. Instead, atrophy kicks in. And we had a process to hire from university every single year in Kaizen. It was a cycle of innovation and training. It also became our future mid and future senior designers. Without those juniors, you have no agency in 5 years' time. You have a top-heavy senior team doing senior work with AI as a backstop. There's no talent development, no runway for future growth, and a top-heavy team is a costly team. And I am watching this happen across multiple agencies this second. The cost is rarely visible when the juniors leave. It shows up far later as a senior team burned out from doing too much work and inability to take on any new work because there's no one to brief properly, and the leadership pipeline that has nothing in it. So here's the play instead. AI does not replace the juniors. AI accelerates the junior because a good junior with strong AI fluency in 2026 and 2027 is doing the work of a midweight from 2022. Use AI to make your juniors faster, better, and far more confident. Train them to use it as the bench that it is, then hire more of them, not fewer. You're building tomorrow's senior leadership team and tomorrow's exit value at the same time. Importantly, the training outside of AI is key. It's a tool, not the crutch to use, and the critical thinking that we in agency need cannot be replaced by it. And I'd always argue, nor it should. Now, risk number 3 is strategy atrophy. And in fact, let's stop and talk about strategy first. If you want to know why your retainer renewals are getting harder to negotiate, this is probably why. When AI starts handling the strategic front end of your client work, the brief, the discovery findings, the deck, the proposal, it does it well enough that the agency stops investing in the strategic conversation itself. Discovery used to be 4 days of immersion into a brand. Now it's 4 hours or less of AI assisted synthesis. Again, hard to say. The client, well, they notice. Not consciously at first, they just notice that the conversations feel a little bit lighter, that there's no depth to the context, that you don't seem as embedded in their business as you once were, and that their recommendations feel more generic, like they've read them somewhere else beforehand. And 6 months later, when budgets get reviewed, you're the line item that gets cut because you're easier to replace than you used to be. And I fully believe, and I've said this publicly time and time again, that the future of agency lies in strategy. Service delivery will of course be commoditized, and those agencies that are still commanding premium fees in 2027 and beyond are the ones whose clients cannot imagine doing the work without them. That feeling, that embeddedness, comes from the depth of strategic thinking, and the outcomes come from this, not just the deliverables. So if AI hollows out your strategic muscle, it hollows out your premium positioning at the exact same time. Here's how I would do this differently. Use AI to remove the production drag from your strategic work. Then reinvest every hour you have into deeper client conversations. More face time, more commercial questioning, becoming more intrinsically clued in on the commercial opportunities and challenges in your clients' businesses. The agencies winning right this second, and will continue to do so, are those who are using AI to do twice the strategic depth in the CMRs, not the same depth in fewer. The client feels the difference immediately. And risk number 4 is the trust decline. Everyone, including your clients, can spot AI-generated work. They're just not always telling you. The first draft of a campaign concept that has slightly waxy AI imagery, well, that look and that feel that we all can spot a mile off. The brief response that reads like an overly, even slightly hollow AI cadence. The slightly too polite and too formal response that didn't really answer the question. The strategy doc with the giveaway dashes formatting and the bullet points that nobody actually wrote. The headline that all start with unlock or discover, or in a world where clients are now AI literate enough to recognize those tells that we spotted months ago. And every time they spot one, your perceived value drops just a little bit. Quietly, without a conversation, they start questioning you, the rate, the agency itself. They start sending more redirections. It becomes their AI talking to your AI, and that's a path to self-destruction. And by the time the renewal conversation happens, they've already half decided to bring it in-house or to shop around, or dare I say, use AI themselves. The damage doesn't come with a complaint, it comes with a non-renewal 6 or 12 months later, and then it's too late to ask why. You've devalued your service to the point anyone or any AI can do it. We need to change the script. Lead the AI conversation with your clients. Don't hide it. Show them where you use AI as leverage and show them where you absolutely don't. Show them what your knowledge brings to the work that no model, no AI, no LLM can match, the strategic context, the commercial judgment, the read on their market that takes years to learn. Clients will pay a premium for craft they trust. They will not pay a premium for a craft that they suspect is AI. That trust gap is the most reversible of the 5 risks, but only if you start the conversation, because if you don't, your client is having it without you. Risk number 5 is client disintermediation. The last one, well, it's the one that's most self-inflicted. In the name of transparency, agencies are showing clients their AI workflows, the prompts, the tool stack, the process. They think that demonstrating this is rigor. What they are actually doing is handing the client the how to replace us manual, and they're doing it willingly. 6 months later, the client has hired a junior in-house, given them an AI license and said, do whatever that agency was doing. The agency loses the account. They never saw it coming. Now, of course, you and I know that this is a recipe for disaster, but when have clients ever been rational in the first place? Never. The recipe is the IP. The output is a deliverable. Stop confusing both of those things. You need to keep the IP. Because if we protect our IP at all costs, we are in a far stronger position to ride out this AI wave and to be better for it. So here's how to protect the recipe. Show clients the outputs, the results, commercial impact. Never show them the prompt stack, the model choice, the orchestration logic. That's your factory. That's the moat in your business. Treat AI workflows with the same protectiveness as a manufacturer treats their production line. Coca-Cola protects their recipe at all costs, so should you. The bigger picture. I said at the very start of this video, and I'll say it again, this is the gold rush. The agencies that win it are not the ones running fastest at AI, they are the ones running smartest with it, and doing so at pace. We're all using the same tools. Every single one of us is using Claude, ChatGPT, Copilot, even Gemini. But the winners are the ones with different commercial intent. Raise your prices instead of compressing them. Accelerate juniors instead of replacing them. Deepen strategic embedding instead of automating it away. Lead the trust conversation with clients instead of hiding the AI use. Protect the recipe, of course, instead of giving it away. This choice that gets made in the next 6 months, probably the next 3 actually, will change the strategic direction of your business. The agencies that get this right will be more profitable than they ever have been. The ones that get it wrong will quietly disappear, and they will not understand why. If you want to know where your agency actually sits on these 5 risks, I built out a valuation scorecard that takes about 10 minutes and gives you an unflinching read on the levers that drive your business value, including how exposed you are on these AI risks. The link is, well, it's right below this video in the description. And if you find this video useful, drop a comment below with which of the 5 risks hit closest to home. I read and hopefully will respond to everyone. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.